In this video, I'm going to show you that once you start using the golden set in First Berserker Khazan, you're not going to want to use anything else. What's up? My name is Pastor Gaines. I'm an Elden Ring Souls-like content creator, and I'm going to show you how broken and overpowered the golden set can be when using the spear in First Berserker Khazan. So per usual, in any of my build videos, we're going to go over every single thing that you need to know. We'll go over the skill tree, the stats you're going to be using, and the skills you definitely want to be checking out that go well with the golden armor set. So the first thing we're going to look at is the skill tree. Now, first off, in the common section, all the resources are going to be unlocked. This is just going to give you more spirit, and we are hitting so fast with this build that we're going to be building up spirit super fast. So having every single one of these unlocked is going to benefit you greatly. Next up, per usual, the brutal attack I personally enjoy because it just allows you to get health back, also do more damage, and brutal attacks are the goal of this entire game, and we are doing a lot of stamina damage with this build, allowing us to get quite a decent amount of brutal attacks off, so having everything unlocked here is going to benefit you a lot. Now, in the spear column, there are only two things you really need to understand about this build, and they are going to serve you incredibly well. I absolutely bullied Ozma with this build and every single other boss in the game, so I'm definitely excited to get into it. In the swift attack category, you want to unlock Moon Stance as fast as possible, as Moon Stance is going to allow you to do a lot more damage with the spear. Now, I go ahead and unlock every single one of these. It's just going to benefit you in the long run, but if you only have a few points to put in here, I would definitely recommend gaining stamina recovery using vitality in Moonlight Stance, as well as Moonlight Stance persistence, because you want to stay in Moonlight Stance for as long as possible. Now, the other skill you want to use here is Crimson Strike, as that's only going to make your potent blows even better. And then also Moonlight Step, gaining a dodge in Moonlight Stance and activating another dodge is going to give you an insane amount of mobility. So these are what I would recommend for this particular build. Now, where things get incredibly interesting is our armor set is going to give us something in the chain category that is going to be so broken and ridiculous. You definitely are going to want to try this out. So the skill we're talking about here from the golden set is going to be Moonlight Awakening. Now, this is going to take any light attack you do, followed by Trance, and make it absolutely ridiculous. You can teleport back and forth behind the enemy, doing a ton of damage. I like to just spam the light attack button and then Trance to just go back and forth. You basically stun lock your enemy, allowing them to do 0 damage to you, but absolutely mutilate their stamina bar as well as their health bar with this. I would unlock every single thing in the Trance tree, as it's only going to benefit you in the long run. And also another skill that I like to use here is always going to be Shadow Reversal. Shadow Reversal is going to allow you to get right behind your enemy by repositioning them, and our set of armor is going to give us more reverse damage, which is going to be awesome with Shadow Reversal. Now, anything else you want to put inside of the spear tree is completely up to you. I have Vital Strike and Shatter, which I absolutely love using, but anything in any of these other trees is just going to benefit the build. The only two things you really need, as I stated, is Trance, and then obviously our armor set gives us Moonlight Awakening, and then also having Moonlight Stance unlocked. Those are the big things you're going to need to make this build work. And anything that you put on top of it is definitely going to be some nice icing on the cake, but is not required. Now, the stats I'm using on this build is 40 vitality and 30 endurance, as I find that both of those caps right there feel really good when I'm playing through the game, both in endurance and in my vitality. Strength is 10 because you don't really get any damage from strength when you're using a spear. Willpower is 50 because that's a nice soft cap for it. And then proficiency is going to be 74, as I still haven't hit the hard cap where my damage goes from 3 points of damage down to 2 when I put a point in proficiency. Now, for the Phantom I suggest using for this build, I am using Maximilian the Impenetrable. Now, we are doing a ton of Brink Guarding in this game, and using this Phantom is going to allow your Brink Guards to increase stamina damage by 5% upon performing Brink Guards, and that's going to stack up to 5 times. So you can get a lot of stamina damage building up really quickly, and he also is going to restore 150 stamina upon performing a Brink Guard, which is only going to benefit this build, as using Trance and a light attack back to back is going to eat up a lot of stamina very quickly, so this is definitely the best option in my opinion for the Phantom that you want to use. So there are a few things we need to talk about when it comes to our gear, so let's go ahead and look at all the attributes we have. Now we are going to have enraged stamina damage increase at 7.4%. This is going to make it so anytime our stamina bar goes under 50%, we are going to get an extra damage increase. Our brutal attack damage is increased by 13.1%, and we have a damage multiplier of 6% on our spear. Now for our helmet, we are also going to be using stamina damage increase, stamina recovery, and damage increase to get as much damage out as possible. Our chest piece is going to have max stamina, max health, and critical stamina recovery rate, as this build is very stamina heavy and recovering it quickly is amazing. Now for our gloves, we are doing more damage, as much damage as we could get. Swift attack damage increased by 7.2%, damage multiplier increased by 3.8%, and we also have some max stamina up at 85. Our golden leggings are going to have defense, max health, and max stamina. And when it comes to our boots, we have stamina recovery at 9.2%, another damage multiplier by 3.9, and some added max stamina. Our ring and accessory both give us rear assault damage increased by 20%, which is huge, and this is going to be the cutthroat ring as well as the necklace of strikes. But there are also a few things you get from the actual set bonuses. Now the first of which is going to be your dodge stamina cost decrease, so you can move really easily with that extra 15%. Your rear assault stamina damage is going to be 10%, so being behind your enemy is definitely going to be key here. Trance damage, which we're using all the time, is increased by 20%. Another rear assault damage increased by 10%, so that's a total of 20%. And then also we are learning our Moon Knight Awakening, which the entire build revolves around. But overall, that's pretty much it for the build. It's very simple to use, has insanely awesome burst damage between Moonlight Awakening and your light attacks, as well as all the rear assault damage you're going to be receiving from your gear and everything else we've put together. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is there anything that you guys would change? What are you currently using in First Berserker Khazan? And definitely stay tuned because we have a lot more builds coming. Guys, thank you so much for watching this far into the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification on your way out. Like I said, we have a ton of First Berserker Khazan builds coming, and I'm about to dip into the greatsword as well as the dual wield. So if that interests you, definitely stick around, and until next time, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.